Hey traders, TG Watkins here. It is August 1st, and this is a trade recap for today because I just had my Zero DT webinar, the new venture that I'm getting into as far as day trading with options. And yeah, we talked about that yesterday, and I said, look, it's happy hunting grounds. The market provides so many opportunities, and they're pretty big opportunities. And then lo and behold, we get one today, which is absolutely fantastic. We had a great setup and just a killer performance. And we got in here. I want to do a recap and to kind of just show you, like, step by step what happened, how I got this. For me and one of my accounts, I put on a little bit larger size. I did $2,000, which I think is still pretty reasonable, and turned that into over $12,000 in about 50 minutes, 5-0, so less than an hour. And obviously, it would have been a much, much bigger day, but I am thrilled that even kind of a new thing that I'm doing to have caught just a really, really great move like this. So let's walk through this and show you everything that I am seeing with it. First off, if we look at the SPX and we look at this, we know that the market jumped up yesterday because of Microsoft or FOMC or whatever the reason was. It jumped up and then kind of pushed right a little bit further FOMC and then just couldn't do it. And then this morning, you can see the market jumped up just even further. And I looked at this and I was messaging and alerting the Moxie subscribers, and I said, this is probably not going to stay up here because of the typical Moxie patterns. We have a 50, 200, 50 maneuver on the hourly chart. We have an inverse trampoline move, which is price over the 50, but the Moxie indicator below 0. So that was telling me this thing was likely to come down at some point. And I could also see that there was a huge gap between price and the 15-minute 50. So because of those reasons, I figured that price was going to pull back at least to the 15-minute 50. Now, I had no idea that this thing was going to come all the way back down to its lows. And so that's why I had a target. I got out of the target, and that was great. The other thing is we could look at the internals. So looking at this in the morning, first off, just barely positive. Barely positive. It was a little bit up. The market opened up, but then it promptly rolled over and just went red. Just everything was red. And I was like, ooh, this looks like this is going to be a heavy day. So I said, let's do it. Let's just jump on the short side because I think that's where it's going to go. And I think we're going to have some duration for it. Now, what was the actual trigger? Because I'm sure that's what everybody's wondering. Like, how did you see this coming and like what to look for? Well, and there's the bell. If you guys look at the 2-minute, first of all, we had this move to the upside. I wanted to go in earlier, but I really had to stick to my rules, and I waited for the Moxie price trigger right there on the 2-minute. So we got the cross of the 8 and 21, we got the Moxie price trigger firing, and then this thing just beelined down here. And again, my target was about the 15-minute 50 SMA, and I figured it was going to bounce or do something, or could have just gone sideways at that point. And so we took some off at 525, and then the next one was 695. So they came out to an average of 610% for the day. Now, I will say, amazingly, this thing, and I don't, of course, we're never going to catch all of it, but this ultimately went to something like 2,400%. And this was a 5,500 put. That was a very conservative put. If you want to have some fun, go look at what a 5460 or 5450 put would have paid out as far as percentages. I mean, it's just a bonkers day, absolutely bonkers day. So those were kind of the big things. And really what I was talking about in the webinar. So guys, make sure you check it out. The recording's out. Go look at our YouTube page and all that stuff. What was really interesting about this is I took half off, which is what I say. This is how I'm going to handle these things. I'm only going to buy puts or calls. I'm going to be just directional with this. And when I get to a point where I'm like, all right, made some good money. It might be an area where I don't know what's going to happen next. Let's take half off. And then it's a risk-free trade, because even if this thing bounces, you just get out, break even, and you're still profitable. And that is the lesson that I need to take from here. And I love that I had to learn this lesson in such a beneficial way. I mean, fantastic. I mean, I thought my second entry or second exit was pretty good, but this just reinforces that when you do get a trending day like this, because look at the 2-minute. The 2-minute stayed below the 2-minute 50 until the last hour of the day. I mean, this thing was trending to the downside. And if I had just said, hey, let's just go see where this thing wants to go, I could have had that second exit, and I could have made it down here, and that would have been a huge winner for even half of that trade. So I just wanted you guys to see that. Man, what a big deal on this thing. Now, as far as the bigger picture, what's going on, we talked a lot in the room about what I think is going to be happening. I am concerned that this weakness is going to be seeping more into the rest of the market for now. I was kind of thinking that maybe this is going to be isolated in some of the tech names and kind of the mega caps, and that maybe the small caps could kind of do their own thing, which I do think is going to happen eventually, but not right now. My tune is changing on that, and I think that we're going to be seeing some more downside as price is probably going to fall off of the daily 50 for now. So this is looking definitely pretty heavy. So let's expect some more volatility. And this is actually coming into perfect timing as far as my venture into the day trading with the 0DTE stuff, because right now, hey, swing trading, especially swing trading to the long side, is just off the table. It's just probably not going to happen because the market's in turmoil and we're going to get some bearishness and pullback and correction, all that. So yeah, long swing trading, not going to be happening right now. But what is going to be happening are big moves like this, back and forth, up and down, and that's going to be great for our 0DT stuff, because this is now going to be a great market for that. And I think we're going to have quite a bit of this, because I think we could be in for a longer correction. Of course, we never quite know, but I think that this is more than just a quick pullback. You know, there was a quick pullback and we resumed. I think the market needs more time to reposition itself, which means that there's going to be lots of opportunities for the 0DTE trading options like we saw today, and just absolutely crazy numbers. So guys, remember, check out the webinar that I just did. We have another webinar coming up on Wednesday, and then the class is going to be August 10th. And then we have 2 more sessions after there. So I'm going to be doing some really deep dive on this. I want to show you guys how I'm doing this. I'm having great success with it. My numbers, my tracking, my stats are looking really great. I can show you guys all the numbers, and I want to make sure that you kind of see this. And it's going to be for a limited time. So for the members, we do have special member pricing. Make sure you get in on that. Talk to the customer support, whatever you need. And after we run this promotion, then, you know, prices go up. But I think right here, right now, as I said, I'm changing my tune because this market does look like it's going to have to shake itself out a little bit longer for more time. We don't know how long, but I think that means there's going to be lots of opportunities for us. Okay, guys? So I hope you enjoy this. Hope that answers your questions. And if you do have more questions, come on into the Moxie room. Happy to answer any of them. And then I'm definitely looking forward to the class, so that you guys can see everything that I've been learning and implementing. And boy, I tell you, just allowed us to catch this absolutely perfect trade right here. And now it's just a matter of being able to hang on longer for when the days move like this. All right, everyone, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.